What is going on, Benchwarmers? Welcome back to, it's not transfer day deadline, more like transfer deadline day recap a few days after, but we're still here.
We decided not to record on Monday.
Well, not lazy, Marco. Hello.
There's a small difference in
Oh, really?
today's recording.
For those of you watching, I'm sure you can see a big difference. For those of you listening, you don't see it, but hopefully you will get the experience in a different manner as far as our quality output. So let's hope that this new setup gets us motivated and helps us produce better content, right?
It'll gradually be improving.
Exactly. So as you can, for those of you watching and for those of you listening, we have our table full of jersey kits. We have some ideas that we're going to be putting our club scarves or whatever scarves in the background. So if you do have any club out there that you support and you want to see on screen, or you want to hear us mention every now and then because it's here around us, let us know. Or if you want to donate it to us, that's also acceptable. Trust me, we don't make much money here.
Yes,
or any at all.
It doesn't matter what team it is. We're not against any team. We're actually encouraging people to send us the teams that we don't like because we don't want to buy them. We don't want to.
When he's right, he's right.
He's right. Or like Marco's always said, he wants to get the Club de Cuervos one, I want to see Richmond.
Bro.
Richmond till I die, or Richmond till I die. But we can get those kind of kits on here. Like I think I'm gonna actually buy that one. Just to be honest.
Donate.
Which one?
Please donate. We're going broke already. Trust me. But
which one do you want to buy?
The Richmond one,
bro.
Richmond. I'm Richmond till I die. Huh?
That was Richmond.
Nick.
You have.
You're a working man now, bro. You can pay for subscriptions. So welcome
buy
to
for
the
1 month. You can binge.
No, actually, you know what? Talk to me on the side. I might have a plug for you that can get you free streams for all that stuff. So, but yeah. Before we get into today's episode, we have to do our usual. You know where to find us. You know where to what to do. Hit the subscribe, hit the like, do all that stuff. It's greatly appreciated. Leave a review. Helps us continue growing the podcast and continue getting content out there for you guys. If you want to come share your voice, come share here in the bench. Now we have, I think, room for more.
At least 2 more.
At least 2 more, and comfortably, I'd say.
And I don't always have to be here. I can be behind the scenes.
Damn, Marco, don't sound more excited to leave.
I'm here for contractual purposes.
Man, even outside the prim, some people are just here for the bag, I guess.
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
The actual bag, because there's no other bag.
There's no bag to grab here because you ain't getting shit. But
the bag I have to grab is the one with my laptop.
Exactly.
But yeah, so that is our intro. Anything you guys want to get off your chest before I get into today's episode? I just want to catch up with you guys. I really haven't seen you again. I know you had a pretty rough start today.
Yeah, it is. It is what it is. I did get into an accident, but thankfully I'm okay. The other person's okay. So
yeah, we're all okay.
Everyone's good. Good. So I know we're good. Missed you guys. Haven't seen you guys in a while.
Yeah, sorry for not getting content out. Obviously, we were trying to
figure out.
Just kind of reset a little palate cleanser.
I feel like every season, every time we start a new season, we had to change something. I think this is our 4th. We relocated, and after the relocation, we had to figure something else new out. So tables it is again. We went back to tables,
but I think this table feels different. Yeah. Feels different. I'm excited. I don't know.
I'm excited as well.
There's a different energy right now. I'm getting right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
It'll be better as well.
Right.
More official.
I think so. That's why I'm saying. I think the output of content will just come gradually. But
we're going places.
We're definitely going places.
You know when like a working company tells like, oh, this is a great working environment.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It definitely changed. It went from like a family. My man hitting the nail on the head right now. I love it.
And they can't make fun of our Crocs anymore because they can't see them.
Oh, I thought it was for my.
Oh, that's right.
Crocs anymore.
But it is nice that it does hide our guts, to be honest with you.
We're on the same path, same wavelength, same page, so it's all good.
I'll be like wearing underwear right now.
Yeah, we go.
Nick. You're still minor, my guy.
Don't tell them what I'm wearing, bro. That's between me and you. Jesus, if you see a little, no, let me not go that far.
Let's cut it right there.
Cut it right there. Where's my whistle at? I'm looking the whole time.
Oh, it's because you usually have it on
hanging on your stand over there.
Yeah, we changed it up for you.
As you can see, still a work in progress. Haven't quite figured it all out yet. We're getting there.
God damn it.
If you want to find anything to talk in the meantime, please.
No, we'll just watch you.
Eric
this is
currently
play by play.
Unraveling the.
He's doing it and
go. He's laughing. He's putting on the mic. Oh my god,
that was good commentary. You should do gameplay analysis.
That'd be terrible.
No, we will.
It's hard.
It is hard.
Well,
You have to fill so many
It's a lot of
gaps.
practice. It's a lot of
Yeah.
practice. Just learning players and we'll talk a bit about in game. But can you imagine doing that?
I couldn't imagine myself like the amount of gaps you have to fill, so it just doesn't sound awkward.
I'll be the
It's
one
just-
on the field that has to have like 10 words throughout the whole game just to say, yeah, it looks like they're tired.
No, guy, Mark, you remind me of what's? Oh my God, I'm drawing a blank again. I've sent you guys this guy's name like 100 times. The from Sky Sports. Remember when they get a red card and he was like, "Oh, you got a red card? I didn't even notice. What happened? You know what I'm talking about?
The one that never
What's
finished.
his name? What's his name?
Commentator?
Yeah, he's a Sky Sports commentator, and he was at a game and there was a red card and he was like so spaced out. He's like, "Oh,
I remember.
there's a red card? I can see that being Marco actually.
remember.
That Marco being that guy.
Maybe that is
I'm
one
gonna
of
look
the
for it.
two.
I'm gonna send it to you.
Yeah, all right.
And then
I might be spaced out by the time you send it to me.
all right, awesome. So let's get into the transfer day, not deadline day, but update a week later. All right, cool. So a lot to go over for a lot of clubs except for Arsenal. But Nick, you did me the honors of sending me the list of the teams we can talk about right here. Thank you very much. So we got Arsenal, Villa, Brentford, Burnley, Chelsea. A lot of teams to go over. If you want to kick it off with Arsenal first, just because there's not really much to talk about, I guess.
No.
A lot of outgoings.
A lot of save money.
Saving
In
money.
A way.
So I mean,
All right, like, is this okay? I know you talk about like getting players off the wage bill and whatnot, right? But is that like a positive or like, for example, like you got a okay, all right, you got a bombing off your wage bill. Like you just said, long term is great, but no number 9
no, yeah.
and no race for top 4. Like, is it a positive or negative?
So that if you're an Arsenal fan, I'm sure you've probably been in the space of like what the hell is going on right now. Like, is this a good window, a bad window? As an Arsenal fan, as a supporter, I feel like this is a disappointing window, not a disaster, because we're still. If you look at the outgoings that went out this window, there's still signs of transition because we're still getting rid of all the deadwood, Kolasinac, Chambers, who was like he's not deadwood, but like a player that was from the old regime. We're still getting rid of those players. The lack of signings was upsetting, but also shows me signs of change because the previous Arsenal would have done an emergency buy.
You guys would have won for Isak, 100%.
90 mil. That's over. They lost today. 2-0.
He doesn't have the minutes either.
So, look, old Arsenal would have paid that 90 mil over market value. Maybe 2 years in a row, we're probably struggling to get them off our wage bill again. So it's a cycle that continuously just kept eating itself at Arsenal. And I think with the new people in charge, we're seeing that change. I'm not happy. Your point, the top 4 race is right there. We made ourselves weaker by getting rid of everybody, not giving ourselves depth. Yeah, we have 1 game a week now, so that's to our benefit. But not signing that extra player to give us goals is hurting because now we solely have to rely on Martinelli, Emil Smith Rowe, Saka. Odegaard, kids. Except Odegaard, he's older.
He's a little older. I think
But,
he's
like,
the older of the 4.
Yeah, but they're kids. That's why you want a Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, a Lacazette, but he's not doing the output. You want that. I wanted that from Arsenal. I wanted at least one. If you give me one center forward this signing with this window, I'm fine. I think we're okay in the midfield with Xhaka, Partey, Lokanga, El Neni back. We're coming back after the AFCON. We're okay for now for this window for the end of the season. But up top, yeah. I think by the end of the season, depending on where we place, this window is gonna either be wow, what a great fucking way to manage it, or wow, what a disaster. However you want to look at it, but the board have got to stick behind Teta now. Because if they didn't give many signings this window, knowing that
He came all the way out here for it.
yeah, for real, because he was out here probably negotiating something. I mean, I don't know what happened, but there was for anybody who's curious, there was a bid made for Isak, rejected. Arsenal bid what they thought was his market value. Arsenal said no, there's no need to sell him right now. They need him. So overall, my rating out of 5, probably give it like a 3, right in the middle.
3?
Just because we know no incomings. That's the only thing.
What'd you say?
I will agree with Eric. And I'm actually happy that he's not going to make it.
You have more insight on the Liga than I do.
Because I talked to you about this, and I talked to Malaka. I gave him at least my point of view of Isaac. I was not excited of his signing. I would have taken him if he came in. Of course, there's nothing I can do about it. I'm not part of the people that chooses, but I have to deal with it. But if it was for me, he was not in the picture because I don't think his value is not 90, and two, he had no playtime. He was brought in to fill the position to be a striker, and that's the last thing he's doing. He's not playing the game. He has a total of I think 5 games starting, and then he has barely any minutes played in the Liga this season. So I don't know. I was happy with him not coming in. I'm happy that we're like you said, getting rid of the dead weight. What I want to see from moving on is if Laka is not it, let's find what is it for at least this season. And in my eyes, is Martinelli.
Yeah.
Martinelli is who should be up on striker and figure out if it's going to be Smith Rowe on the left or if you're going to give Pepe another chance.
Dude, that I think Pepe and this. I mean, obviously I could be completely wrong. We'll find out next week, but I think Pepe might get his monster reborn.
You think so?
You know what I'm talking about? Oh, he doesn't know what I'm talking about. But no, not saying that he's gonna be the Pepe that we wanted him to be, but he's gonna get his chances of playing again and at least being on the field. I think we'll see that. I don't think we're gonna see the best Pepe. That's to me that ship has sailed. But yeah, that's Arsenal. What's your overall rating out of 5?
3.
3.
What would I give it? I'd give it a 2.
Yeah, I mean,
I can't lie.
argue.
That Aubameyang transfer, like,
it'd be like a 2.5 in my opinion.
I think if it does not turn out well for Arsenal in terms of making that top 4, we'll all look at it back and just be like, yeah, like that Aubameyang free transfer to Barca.
That's the hill we're gonna die on.
Like, he hasn't been performing well, like, for the better part of like a year and a half, maybe a year.
Like we saw signs of it this season coming back again, but it just wasn't the Aubameyang that we saw.
Not the Golden Boot winner.
No, not at all. But you know, like Nick, it's your point. We know we're weak up front. We're weak up front. We got rid of our star striker because Arteta exiled him. For what reasons, we have no idea.
We are to find out in the summer.
And it's going to be the best documentary ever.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, man, we're going to live or die on this hill. So.
That's going to be like the one thing people are going to be.
Oh, yeah, 100%. 100%.
It might be like the maybe, I don't know, losses here and there or whatnot, but I think midway towards in the season,
especially if it's tight. If it's like tight, like, you know, 1 or 2 like opportunities, like, oh, if you had a Aubameyang. But then again, I look at it. Remember last season when Ozil was exiled? Oh, if we had Ozil, how many times have you mentioned him since?
Ozil?
Wait,
I'm kidding, by the way.
You also got to think, you guys have actually been pretty good without him being in the lineup.
It's all it's all recency biasm.
Yeah.
So,
because I think as an outsider, in my opinion, it wasn't. Yes, it was a disappointing window for you guys.
Overall, yeah, I would agree with you.
But I think Aubameyang leaving could still be considered a good thing, just because you guys are doing good without him anyway. When he was on the squad, and you guys just got rid of a pretty hefty wage bill.
So what, 25 million we were talking about before recording?
Yeah,
savings
in the long run. Yeah.
Throw that into the summer window.
I think I have to look at the other side though. Like, yes, they got him off the wage bill, but it's always what and ifs. Like, what if Lacazette gets injured? You have Eddie Nketiah playing as leading Arsenal Football Club.
No,
I mean, but there's a reason.
Number 9.
There's a reason. There's a reason we don't play what ifs though, because we can go on for hours and days just asking what ifs.
I thought Nick's itching right now to get some points across right now.
He's ready to go off.
No, if they don't get a backup right back, what if Trent gets injured?
Yeah, no,
you don't want to take those what ifs.
No,
that's what I'm trying to. You want to
take
those precautionary measures.
To your point, Nick, this game is a game of fine margins. Yeah, Nick is right. One injury, we're fucked. Nketiah as a number 9, not one Premier League goal. Ironically, his XG stats are phenomenal. You just can't put him on the back of the net. That's the thing. We don't have that striker, that Aubameyang anymore. But I think overall, it was good it was a good move on both parties. He didn't want to be there anymore.
Yeah, I think
Whether
for morale purposes to it. But
exactly. So like, it's the thing. Like people always look at it like, oh, what if that player could have been there? Yeah, but at the same time, just look at the micro about it. He didn't want to be there anymore. Arteta obviously didn't need him anymore because they had some kind of fallout. So yeah, if he was there, but would he really be doing much if he was there? I don't know. That's the thing. Now we live in that world of what ifs, or Narnia. We don't know what the fuck would have happened. But yeah, I 100% agree with you. Arteta will live or die on this hill. If we go by the end of the season, we're top 4. Oh my God,
He's the best manager in the league.
the best manager in the world. Because I saw a quote today. This is the longest segment in Arsenal right now. It's probably going on, but managers don't earn respect when they buy into what the fans want. It's when they go against it and they prove that they were right. So I'm gonna take off my my what I want for a second, and I'm gonna let them do their job and hope for the fucking best at this point, because I'm a supporter. I'm not a manager of any club. Yeah, that's it. But yeah, man, I'm nervous. We'll see. Top 4 still on the hunt. Let's keep it going. Next, we got Aston Villa. They brought in Digne, Coutinho, and Chambers. Man, that one came out of nowhere.
The same thing with Danny Ings in the summer.
Yeah.
Dude, imagine.
Yeah.
I saw someone tweet. It was like, imagine if Man United just randomly tweeted out Ronaldo back to Man United. Bro, imagine that, bro. Dude, that would have been if every transfer was like that, and it probably should be like that. Dude, that'd be the coolest thing in the fucking world, bro. Imagine just randomly waking up, checking Instagram or Twitter, refreshing. All you see is your club announced Ronaldo or your club announced Messi. Bro, oh man.
Well, especially us, we're supporters. I feel like at least for myself, I know daily I'm constantly consuming Arsenal content. Sometimes Liverpool, sometimes United, sometimes Chelsea or Spurs, just to kind of get perspective. But you know what's going in, what's going out.
Right.
So yeah, like if
that's what chats are for. To update it on what Fabrizio would say.
Yeah, exactly. Imagine waking up, dude. Imagine waking up to that news, what?
That'd be nuts.
I mean,
like,
he wakes up to that. He was like, "Oh, now the world knows."
Yeah, Fabrizio is us. I guess we want to be Fabrizio. We want to be the first to know, but it is what it is. How do you guys view this window, man? Did they have any outgoings?
They loaned out Matt Target to Newcastle.
And El Ghazi went to Everton.
Ghazi to Everton.
That Matt Target deal to Newcastle, I think, is a good move on both parties, actually.
Yeah, it is a good move. Newcastle, we'll get on to Newcastle, but they definitely need any position in their back 4. And also Villa just got in Lucas Digne. Yeah. Target isn't going to play. But like on Villa, though, that's a great window, man.
Yeah,
like,
it is.
I think people focus a lot on Coutinho, which I understand. Like, he's
big name.
Like, exactly. But making a statement to the league of getting Everton's one of the better left backs in the league, captain, French international Lucas Digne, just snatching them off Everton just like that. Like
and you saw the instant impact. Just his first game alone, just how different that left side for them looked. So
it was just like a kid snatching lunch money, right? It was just Villa go to Everton. Yeah, we're gonna take your player. You can't do anything about it. Like that's such a big statement that, in my opinion, of them getting Coutinho off of Barca, just because it's just a statement to not only the Premier League, but to the fucking world. Like, yo, we can take your player. Maybe obviously not every player, but like they have that aura.
And Aston Villa, this is years of proper management, proper recruitment,
proper reinvestment after getting rid of Grealish.
Yeah, look at that.
They probably reinvested money the best when getting rid of a star player.
Exactly. Yeah, and that falls back on good ownerships. So,
which is funny because we're saying that now after this transfer window, because I know for a fact we were bashing them at the beginning of this season when things weren't going their way.
Yeah, when they got rid of D. Smith.
With this money, they were able to move things around a little bit more, and now it looks like what they got for Grealish, it's being used properly.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, this is a results business. So if you're not winning, you're gonna look bad. You get fired, you get sacked. But yeah, Aston Villa. Ooh, out of a 5, what would you give it? 5 window.
4. I heard some Villa fans saying they missed the DM, which I think when watching Aston Villa they kind of lack that in my opinion. Proper like true number 6 to just sit in behind Jacob Ramsey and John McGinn. But I'd give it a 4. It's a great window.
I'm gonna step away for 2 seconds because my guy's crying up there. I know he has to go outside. So if you guys can just
Stop feeding him water right before we go to the podcast.
he gotta take a poopy. He's gotta take a poopy. Yeah, he had dinner a little bit late today. So yeah, just go ahead. I'm back.
But Aston Villa, what would you guys rate that out of 5? Gat?
I hope that was on camera.
No,
That's a great
no,
blooper reel. I agree with a 4. I mean, I don't think the whole window for anybody. I don't think it was perfect. So I
No.
think a 4. A 4 is definitely good.
Yeah, max is definitely a 4. If you want to go a little bit more, like a 3.7, 3.8.
Right.
Yeah, I mean they did, bro. They brought in the proper players for them to try to fight also for that 4th spot, or at least stay in European competition for the next season.
Yep. Let's move on. Brentford.
Brentford, I don't
Brentford,
care
man.
what anybody says. Brentford won this window for one reason only. Ericsson is back.
Christian Eriksen is back.
Please fight me if you think I'm wrong. They won just for that reason.
Christian Eriksen is back, man. Honestly, I think it's a good move for him, especially, and of course, like it's his decision whether he wants to play or not.
Of course.
I'm assuming it most likely is his decision to
I
play
mean,
because he's moving to the.
Yeah,
to
I did
the
also see.
country.
Apparently, Brentford did their due diligence and they did every medical possible just to make sure that they can confirm that he can even play. So I'm
he was
I'm
medically-
excited.
He was medically cleared. It's just that in Italy you're not allowed to play. I think he's a pacemaker or something like that.
Yeah, he's got a pacemaker now.
Okay, so in Italy you're not allowed to play like that. So I mean, coming back to England, I think it's phenomenal for him. And like you said, Bradford, they killed it with this specific player because I know what he can do, and it's gonna benefit them a lot.
And especially on this Brentford side. Sorry, I know you were about to say something, but I think
Mhm.
this is definitely someone they needed. I mean, we know what Ivan Toney can do, and everybody else that's behind them. But I think someone like Ericsson who can he's not going to hit you with pace. Never was going to even in his prime years ago. But his dead ball tactics are freaking amazing. You just never know what's going to happen when he's on the ball. He could easily just take a snapshot and it'll probably go in the back of the net. And that's this is a good player for them. So I'm excited to see them going forward.
For this transfer, like it's like I chase it back. Like it's such a good move for him, just because it's somewhere like where not that much of the spotlight's on him, where he can go for 6 months to the end of the season, play his football, play games here and there, try to get his fitness up, and then hopefully get a bigger move to a bigger club. It's just a perfect move for him to just take that little extra step to, all right, I'm a professional again. Let's start making these professional moves where we start, playing football, playing for a team, playing for a manager, start getting in the rhythm of, playing football. It's just a great move for him. On Christian Eriksen, back to Brentford.
Yo, I think the best thing out of the window so far.
Okay, Brentford won the window. I don't care what anybody says.
Don't let me.
we already gave our opinions. Now it's you.
Oh,
Yeah,
Ericsson.
Anything to say? Anything else to add on
I
Brentford?
agree with. I'm guessing it was all praise, right?
Yeah, pretty
Yeah,
much.
no, praise.
I agree with it. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see it. Actually, Brentford look like a really good team in the league, and Ericsson's only gonna bring quality.
I feel like Brentford came to stay.
I feel like that was like you said. Aston Villa's statement signing was Dean. I think that was Brentford's statement signing. We're not here to just have fun with the Premier League. We're here to actually stay. So I hope they do stay.
We're not Norwich. We're not gonna go up and down every other season.
Yeah, that is a statement sign. Like, great player for international level. Was a top player in his prime, for Tottenham,
He's still young.
and now he's signing for like.
Is it 28, 29?
I don't know. I mean, maybe.
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't
not
know. I
sure.
don't know how old he is.
I'll check.
But like Brentford, like signing like a big like player, like that's got to be a
That's
statement.
That's a name signing, bro.
right.
Kind of like, I mean, it's. I know we're not gonna dive into it too much, but the
He's
Defoe
20.
signed for Sunderland.
He's 29.
29. That's prime age, dude. Prime age.
Still has another 3-4 years.
Solid years. Yeah.
As long as his condition is still there, of course.
Jermaine Defoe Sunderland. Just want to shout that out. That's pretty cool. Little nostalgia there. But yeah. So we got our Brentford right action. So we got Burnley. Ooh, can you pronounce his name?
I'm gonna try to pronounce it in a Dutch accent. Veghorst.
Bankhorst. Well, I'm gonna call him Workhorse.
I'm gonna call him 7 foot tall monster that I would not want running at me.
I think he's in the wrong
I
sport.
think I don't want him running at me.
I think he should have been playing
if he
basketball.
if he runs at me, I'm just gonna sidestep and
He's
just
slow.
go for it.
I mean, I haven't really watched him play, so I can't. I mean, I'm excited to see because I think he actually fits Burnley's style of play.
He's a better Chris Wood.
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
put it in the mixture and just hopefully someone gets a nice head on it. Yeah. What's your overall? How do you? Well, this. I guess the only question you can really ask about the signing is, will this get him out of the relegation battle?
Damn.
That's the only thing that matters for them. The only thing that matters for them is getting out of relegation. That's the only thing. So will this help them achieve that goal?
I think it will.
I think it will.
I mean,
I think it will. Just based on the fact the way you said it is just nail on the head. He's a better Chris Wood.
Yeah, I don't watch
Chris,
him often.
if Chris Wood was their guy, he was their main scorer. If Veghorst is a better Chris Wood, put 2 and 2 together, you can only assume greater things.
so-
Unfortunately,
Play Champions League football as well. Good.
Sean Dyche is probably furious right now. Another foreigner in this club.
I heard he knows he can buy foreigners now.
For real, he
He
learned.
doesn't have to buy Brexit players now.
plus if you look at the logistics, if he's a better Chris Wood, he was also cheaper.
He was
They
like
got-
what, 10 mil?
He was 12, and they got rid of Chris Wood for 25. So they still got some money left over if they stay.
In the green. Yeah.
We'll see what happens in the summer if they do stay up.
I mean,
I don't think so.
I
Well,
hope not. But
that so this is kind of I know we all know they're in dead last right now, but also they have a lot of games in hand. They have the most games in hand, assuming they take points from those all the points that they have in hand, which realistically probably won't happen. But if they do, that gets them safely out of the relegation battle. So that's a good one to keep an eye out for. That signing. So right now they're at
Dead last.
dead last. Yep.
they got what
with
five
12
games in hand,
I'm sorry, with
6 games.
with 12 points. Watford and Newcastle 14 and 15, but they're minimum 5 games behind. That's a lot.
Well, they're definitely better than Norwich and Watford, right? But I don't know if they can stay out of that 18th place spot just because Everton. I don't think Everton's gonna get relegated. Newcastle. I think Newcastle have better quality players. We'll get on to them.
Yeah.
But now I'm looking back, a million games in hand for Burnley, but they just don't have better quality than Newcastle. They have better quality than
If it was
Watford
a
and Norwich.
repeat of the first half of the season, yes, you would make it out of the bottom 3. But the way that Newcastle's stacked right now, I don't think they're gonna be able to take their spot.
It's gonna be between Norwich and Burnley. Dean Smith is doing pretty good things at Norwich. So yeah, I think Watford's probably the safe one to be out at this point.
Yeah.
But this isn't a Premier League table talk. This is a transfer window talk. So we will give this rating out of a 5.
3.
Yeah, 3 sounds good.
3.
Sounds
That's really all.
Well,
That's
they got
really
rid of
all they
Chris Wood.
did.
Yeah, I mean it's like you said, it's an upgrade. So I would think that as a successful window for them. So keep an eye on Workhorse and an eye on that relegation battle because it is scrappy. Next we got Chelsea.
No signings.
Oh shit, yeah, right. I'm like, wait, what
Oh,
is
they
that?
did something?
Wait, nobody. That's
Nobody.
right.
I was really surprised.
Yeah, I mean, who were they linked to?
They're actually linked to Emerson, their old left back. But I think they have Ben Chilwell out for the rest of the season with the torn out ACL.
shit.
So we all know how important wingbacks play for under Tuchel's Chelsea. I was really surprised that they didn't go in the market for a new wingback.
Is that a sign? Do you think of Abramovich maybe having reservations?
About like Tuchel?
Because not like there was a moment like this season where he was on the hot seat already. Like he was a favorite to get sacked. I don't know how or why, but it's Chelsea. They do that.
Or maybe, and we all know Lukaku 100 mil. Maybe they just don't want, and they want to accurately and thoughtfully choose a proper their next target instead of just lashing out money. Which I mean, for Chelsea, I don't know if it matters or not, but
Nah.
yeah, I don't know. This one was weird for them.
Yeah.
I mean, also, wasn't there something a while back where Like now, there's going to be like a cap on how many players you can loan out because Chelsea loan out like everybody.
Yeah, I did.
So I
read-
wonder
I'm not
if that
sure.
also has something to do with not bringing people in.
I'm
I
not
don't
sure
know
of
if
the
it,
details.
I
Of
don't
that.
know if it has anything to do with one or the other, but I don't know.
I think you're right. I read something that there's gonna be, or there is something in place that's limiting teams to just acquiring all the kids in the world and just loaning them out again. I didn't read too much into it, so I don't know what it is, but I would assume that. I mean, they got in trouble not too long ago for signing kids, and that's why they got suspensions in the previous window. So yeah, I wouldn't put it too far from that.
You can over like exploit that definitely. Like I'm thinking about it right now, just
Chelsea are phenomenal.
like buying kids and just loaning them out if they're not gonna
I
play.
mean,
Like
do we
prime
know?
club.
Do we know? Just keeping on the topic of the left wing back spot specifically, do we
Yeah.
know off the top of our heads any left wing backs that they have
Well,
loaned out? That maybe
um,
they're just banking on them coming back and
well, they loaned out Emerson. I think
well,
he's at
yeah,
Lyon
other than
right
that,
now.
yeah.
But they were linked to Lucas Digne before he went to Villa. I don't know how well the
You're
rumors
right.
were. I don't know how well he fit in. I think he fit in decently, but if I'm in Chelsea's position, I probably wouldn't take that risk of signing Lucas Digne. I think definitely after that, like I just said, that Lukaku transfer, they definitely not even Lukaku, bro. Kai Havertz, Timo Werner,
That whole
Hakim
debacle.
Ziyech. They want. I think now, like I don't know, but if I were them, I want to carefully select every single player that I'm looking at and see if they're worth bringing to the club
So
for
you think
amounts of money.
finally, after all these years of just throwing money at the problem, is gonna start coming? I'm sorry, all the cracks finally gonna start revealing themselves. Is what you're trying to say?
I think it's just more just poor recruitment. It's just showing, like for example, like City splash out money, right?
Yeah, early on.
But they have great recruiters.
Yeah,
Chelsea splash out money, but they don't have
Yeah.
great recruiters. So it's kind of like a difference between those two clubs where two of them splash out money, but there's just that difference where maybe this one person can scout a player a little better than the person that works at Chelsea.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
All right. So Chelsea no income. I didn't even realize that. That's crazy. Everton. I mean, Guy, you kind of blew my mind with. Oh wait, hold on. Before we go on, are we rating Chelsea's overall transfer window? Anything going out? Anything going in? I mean, sorry, anything going out from them?
Yeah.
What?
Chelsea, you mean?
Wait. What's so funny?
I'll rate it two. I'll rate it two.
Huh?
I'll rate it two.
What?
Go on.
I'm confused right now.
So,
Go on.
Okay.
That's the equivalent of, hey, I got to tell you something. Oh, never mind.
mine.
Yeah, exactly. You fucking dick. I hate you. All right.
That's
Everton.
that's Brighton Blue Balls. That's Brighton Blue Balls tactics. That's Brighton tactics.
I know. I had an idea where he was going with that. Yeah. I had an idea where he was going with that, so I was like, all right, whatever. Everton. God, just break us down with the Dele Alli contract and all the clauses in between there, and how pretty much Everton got away with a robbery on this one. Well,
This is-
assuming I
this-
mean, I think it's a robbery either way.
This is such a
Regardless.
Spurs thing to do.
It sounds like it, yeah.
It's hilarious. I mean, you were also telling me about the Betancourt thing, which is hilarious. I'll let you mention that in a second. But please enlighten me if I either miss something or if I'm just totally off base. But the Dele Alli signing, it was a conditional free transfer. Tottenham are technically not getting much for him, if anything. There's a stipulation where he has to play 20 games, and then Everton have to pay Spurs 10 million. Supposedly there's a further stipulation where if he plays 80 games, then Everton have to pay out an additional 30 or 40 million. But when you break it down, Everton don't have 20 games left.
Is that like contracting in this season?
It's, from my understanding, it's just in general. So this season, they don't have 20 games left. So the only thing Everton have to do is pay him his $100,000 a week. That's it. Next season, if he
you know his potential.
right.
That's the thing. You know his potential. So
Next
that's
then next season, I mean, by the end of the season, then Everton could decide, you know what? It didn't work out for these past couple months. You know what? We're going to sell you or loan you. Spurs still don't get anything. If he does work out, then, you know, he would have to play those 80 games for Spurs to get the other 30 or something mil, which in reality doesn't happen until the 23-24 season.
Right, and Everton are in like in the Champions League, Europa League.
Right.
So.
Even
Oh.
if Everton go far in all of their cups, it still won't reach that 80 game mark. So they pretty much got away with murder on this one.
And-
And Spurs get virtually nothing, which is great.
the funny thing about that as well, I think Spurs, their sporting director Paratici, correct me if I'm wrong, anyone. Um, they signed him from Juve, and apparently he's like Juve, like the free transfers and whatnot. Like they sign every season. Apparently he's like one of the best sporting directors in the world. And now he's over here doing this. Spurs' sporting director Fabio Paratici. Antonio Conte brought him. Apparently he was like a crazy sporting director for Juve. I was mentioning like Juve and their free transfers and whatnot.
Free transfers.
Yeah, and then here we go. Dele Alli, guy gets daylight robbery.
Karma, bro. Karma.
You just answered your own question. Well, you didn't question anything, but you just answered what you just said right now. He's an expert at free transfers.
Didn't specify his income or outgoing.
Exactly, he didn't say, but he said he's a specialist at free. That's our Arsenal, but neither here nor there. But Van de Beek, I mean Everton, I think made out really good this window, man. With Van de Beek, who was rotting away at United, great potential. And this is good for Van de Beek too because he can explode this season and go right back into United, go back into that starting lineup. So it's another win-win on both parties, I think.
Yeah, I'm extremely sad because we all know what he can do. We know what he did at Ajax, the reason why he came over. And it's just unfortunate he wasn't getting the minutes, so I am extremely happy for him because I am excited that we can all finally see what he can do.
It's a straight loan option, right? No obligation, nothing at the end?
As far as I know.
Weren't
he's
they
going to come back.
Weren't they making fun of the fact that the both players that they brought in, they both play the same position?
So they brought in Van de Beek only to also bring in Ali, and now it would be interesting to see if Van de Beek ends up not getting minutes anyway.
Or if they play together, but they're the same player.
Look, Frank Lampard, the only thing that's missing is I'm waiting for Mason Mount to come in to Everton. Because Frank Lampard's there, so we'll see. But, I mean, yeah, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, you're right. Ali and Van de Beek play the same position. But, I mean, I think Van de Beek's a little more versatile in that sense. But, overall reaction to the Everton window this winter?
3.
Sounds about right.
3.
I'm going to give it a 4 just because we didn't see.
Just because of how funny that contract is and how it
screws.
And just because it screws over Spurs.
So, that
segue.
No, but I'm saying because Everton, I feel like more recently have kind of had that Chelsea habit of just throwing the money at things, and it didn't really work out. This window, you see a different approach. Not throwing the money, actually doing deals within the contract. So, Dele Alli, we know his ceiling. It's immense. So, that's really good if they can get him for free. Van de Beek, we've seen him what he can do at Ajax. He really wants to play.
And even in his very limited minutes when he has played for us, he looked great.
Yeah, I give it a 4. Overall, good winner for them. But yeah. So let's go over to Liverpool, the rivalry, the competition next door, who just signed Luis Diaz, the Colombian sensation right now. Neymar 2.0. Nick,
Whoa, are you saying that because of the way he plays?
Yeah, the Jogo Bonito style.
Oh, no way. I had the same player comparison. Obviously, like not what he's done in his career, but like just the way they play. This is a great buy, man. I was really excited. It just came out of nowhere. It came out of like as a Liverpool fan,
you woke up and this is a purchase that you weren't expecting, but you liked.
Exactly. Like going into this window, I expected nothing.
The purchase you never knew you wanted, kind of thing.
I expected nothing, not even knowing the window is open like until 28 days.
But you have to thank one team for the signing though. Spurs.
Yeah, thank you, Spurs. They knocked down Luis Diaz price. Luis Diaz doesn't want to go to Tottenham. Nah, I would. Do you guys want to go to Tottenham? I don't want to go to Tottenham.
Wait, how do they knock it down though?
So the way I look at the Luis Diaz deal is the same thing with Blahovic.
Okay.
He used Arsenal to get his deal to Juventus.
Yeah.
Same exact situation. That's the only way I see it. Blahovic used Arsenal to get Juventus. Luis Diaz used Spurs to get to Liverpool. That's his ultimate move.
Porto wanted 80 mil for him, and like you guys, like what Eric just said, knocked down the price. So I knocked down the price to I believe 60. I think Liverpool were able to negotiate it down to like 50 mil, which again, thank you, Tottenham. Thank you guys. From
at least, correct me if I'm wrong, but my from what I read, Liverpool weren't supposed to go in from this window. It was supposed to be next window, but because Spurs jumped the gun, all right, fuck it, we gotta splash the cash.
So it's starting to sound like Spurs won the window for everybody else. So thank you.
Ultimate assist club, yo. Except for but yeah, that's a good one.
That was the same case with Van Dijk. Liverpool were tapping him up in the summer of 2017. They couldn't get the deal signed in the summer, so they moved to January. A lot of clubs are interested. Obviously, Chelsea, I think City were interested as well. There just comes a point where you just don't want to take that risk of another team signing your preferred player. Liverpool splashed out 75 mil, and it worked out. And going back to Luis Diaz, oh man, I'm just so excited, man. I think what a lot of Liverpool fans aren't looking at, and obviously great player. I think he has 16 goals for Porto, and obviously it's a waste less superior league than the Premier League. Great ball striker. His ability to he's very aggressive, which obviously we see in a lot of South Americans. But on the wing, if you're aggressive, man, you just run at players like willingly with no fear. That's such a great attribute to have. But I think on the other end, I think it's just remember when Tsimikas came in for last season, he didn't play last season at all. But he did come in this he played this season and he really like kicked up Robertson. We're just like you lit a fire under Robertson's ass. We're like, hey, I'm here. If you drop off a level, I'm here to take that place. And hopefully what Luis Diaz can do is come into that left wing spot and really put a fire under Mane's ass, which is a perfect combination. Like I always say, like competition for places, which is what Sir Alex Pep did it. But Sir Alex is so heavy on that to just refresh and keep bringing in competition for the top players. Overall, it's just a phenomenal buy from Liverpool.
You know, one thing I didn't know about, and that this kind of going off topic a little bit about United, is that Sir Alex Ferguson actually liked to change the coaching staff every couple of years just to kind of keep it new.
I didn't know that.
I wasn't aware of that either. I mean, I could be wrong, but at least from a couple articles that I read, and if any United fans out there want to correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, that's what he's one of the best managers of all time, so wouldn't surprise me. Another sign. So great signing for you guys. Awesome. Way to kind of get the juices flowing again. But then you kind of shit the bed with what's his name?
Fabio Carvalho.
Yeah. What happened there? Burro fax?
The fax machine died. Someone unplugged the fax machine at the 11th
Damn,
hour.
2.0, yo.
I think it was the person that had to give up the money. It'd be like, no, you already spent 50.
Didn't sign the papers quick enough. But apparently they like agreed to a pre-agreement already. But I was kind of dumbed down from that transfer just because I looked at. I'm not gonna bullshit and lie. Oh, I've watched Fulham games, but I watched a couple comps and he like plays exactly like Coutinho in his prime, which is like damn, kind of wanted him at the club. But either way, he wasn't gonna join the club until the summer, so it just get the pre-agreement.
It's not to digress, but I just realized like we didn't even talk about like Arsenal, the actual incomers, but they're not coming until the summer, so like doesn't even matter. Right?
We'll talk about it.
Exactly. But Liverpool, Luis Diaz signing officially. Any outgoings? Nothing, right?
They loaned out Nat Phillips.
Oh yeah, you guys did some decent loan outs.
Actually, they loaned out Nico Williams to Fulham, which Fulham kind of won the deal because first of all they stalled the transfer of Fabio Carvalho, and then they take away Liverpool's backup right back, Nico Williams for a loan. So again, like if I'm Liverpool, I'm like damn, I kind of got finessed by Fulham.
Yeah, I mean, good move on them. Overall rating into the window?
4. There would have been 5 if they brought Carvalho in, but 4.
Yeah. Add depth to the team, competition for
Exactly.
positions. So
That's
yeah,
my whole-
I'd agree with that. Anything opposed? Nope.
Nothing against.
4 on the bench. Man City. Julian Alvarez. Any insight on this guy? I don't know much about him, to be honest with you. So
I am somewhat afraid.
Yeah?
Because in my family, my mom is the big sports fan.
Okay.
She loves Argentine soccer, and River Plate is her team. She flat out said he's the best player on that team. And
How old is he?
yeah,
21.
something like that.
Yeah, continue. I'll pull it up.
22.
There you go.
36 goals, 25 assists in 96 appearances for River Plate.
And we all know South American leagues aren't easy.
No, they're very
tough.
hard and tough and kicks and
And
you have to be mentally strong too.
not only that, but Nick, you said it earlier, Man City's recruitment is on point. So if they got this player for a reason, and God's saying there's something to look out for, be worried.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
I would be just
What's his position?
striker.
He's a
They
striker.
bought him for like
Ooh, the one thing
17
they don't have.
He has
bro.
that Aguero build.
The Argentino too?
Yes, he is.
Mhm.
He is. He has like the same build as Aguero. I don't watch River Plate, but obviously like I watch a lot of comps off of players, so I kind of know like what kind of player they are. It's kind of like a short, stocky player he's pretty quick. He's 2-footed. But what I want to focus on is like his price, dude. He was bought for 17 mil.
17.
17
Something like that,
mil.
yeah.
And if it doesn't work out for City, they'll just make a profit out of
on.
him. So it's just like, so
Bro.
it's such a win-win.
Vinicius
steal,
I think
man.
and Rodrigo were more expensive than him.
It's such a steal. It's just daylight robbery. But
And even I mean, you just got done saying the recruitment is pretty good. Apparently, I'm not going to attempt his name, but someone from City said,
No, try.
I don't want to.
Try it.
Someone.
Come on, you have to give him
I don't know what
respect
it
by
is.
trying his name.
What is it? Julian?
No, Bajirastain? I don't know how to pronounce his name.
I'll pronounce it in Spanish.
The
Brickenstein.
their director of football. He said they believe he is one of the best young attacking players from South America.
All right. So I think it's a great. Of course, your team's gonna say that, but yeah, there's a lot of hype around this guy. I mean, if your mom is the fan, as you said,
Who's your source?
no, hey,
Who's your source? My mom.
who do we always listen to?
Your mother.
Boom.
There you go.
That's it, right? So mom is always right. Keep an eye out for this guy. Overall reaction to this window for Man City. No need to
If
bring.
he's a watch, you are gonna blame your mom, by the way.
That's fine.
By the way, your mom has to make some more of that chimichurri for me, please. I've been asking you for this for the longest, so please give me that. Overall reaction to the window.
4.
4
4 is pretty good.
four across the board. Let's do it. All right, Manchester United, the noisy neighbors. Message the noisy neighbors, but yeah, United, no incomings,
Nothing.
outgoings. We got Van de Beek who left. Lingard was very, very likely to move to either West Ham or Newcastle. Neither of his deals went through.
There's rumors that, given recent news that just broke out for us, that's why he didn't move. So we'll see if he gets some playing time.
Well,
I don't know how much you
Do
want
we
to go
tackle
into
that?
it. I don't. That's
do we
up to
tackle
you
the news
guys.
right now, real quick? Just kind
That's
of
up to you
get
guys.
into.
Gotta mention it.
All right, so Mason Greenwood, obviously everybody in the world knows what's going on. I mean, holy shit! We all saw it, I didn't know how to react to it. I was more in shock than anything else. Condolences and support out to the family of the girl.
I think that's the biggest part. As much as we're all
We're football
bashing,
fans. We're
as
football
much as
fans.
we're all bashing Greenwood and fuck him, please don't put on a United shirt ever again. You got to remember who the victim is.
Yes.
That is the most important part of this entire story. So we
I
all
believe
hope for the best.
Emma was her name, or Emmy?
I'd rather not, just in case.
Yeah. whatever.
Anonymity is probably best. Anyone can just look it up and
Yeah.
they'll know who it is. So
Yeah,
that
I
is the
mean,
best
it's
part.
easy,
Hopefully,
bro.
all the best for her.
So
Hopefully, everything is well. And
yeah, we all know what's right, what's wrong. At the end of the day, this is a football podcast, and we do react to football news. As a United fan, how was your reaction? Because the reason why I kind of went to the chat and asked Diego too, and I kind of said as a fan, you grow, you invest yourself into these players. Like for example, if Saka were to come out with this news, I would be so heartbroken because I love this kid, and to hear him do something like that is like, this isn't the player who I thought, or this isn't the person who I thought they were. Being such a, I guess, the generational talent that he was supposed to be for United. What was your initial reaction to it? I guess.
I was speechless
Yeah.
because it was just one of those things where I literally woke up to a text from Diego with the link, and it was hard to process. It somewhat still is hard to process.
Yeah, it kind of is. Yeah.
It's gonna take a while, but it's just speechless at first. Now it's just angry.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just pure anger because you see he's 20. You see what happens when the world is hyping you up and they make you believe that you are untouchable and can do
yes.
whatever you want. So it's very I'm honestly getting annoyed and frustrated now. Just
we do it too. Like we come on this podcast and we praise players. We give them credit. We call them the next GOATs. Of course, I guess people said, but it sucks that it happened. Hopefully that Greenwood, never touches the pitch again for any club. And prayers out to the family again. Those father remarks though are fucking weird to me. If you're interested, go do your own research. But it's I don't know. It's weird.
But
yeah,
onto the transfers
Onto the
themselves. We
transfers,
had
yes.
a whopping 0 incoming, which is also just as frustrating. It was a tough week. It was a tough couple days for
dude.
some us.
Yeah,
It's
for real.
frustrating because that almost puts the seal on Ralph not staying on, even though there's still a possibility that he'll stay on as the permanent manager.
Oh, really?
No, yeah, because there's still. I mean, that it sounds like he's not going to, and he'll just be whatever director, sporting director, whatever the case is. But there was still some part of me, and I would hope a lot of others, that he would stay on because that is an option for him if things go well. So the fact that they didn't choose to support him almost guarantees that he's not going to be in, and it's frustrating because you look at the state of the club now, and we need to turn things around. So why are you not going to back him?
Yeah.
They didn't want to back him because they didn't want Ralph to bring in a player that the next manager might not have wanted to begin with. So they just flat out said, nope, sorry. And it's just frustrating because we kind of need it now.
It's the ownership, bro.
It's the
The
board,
Glazers.
the ownership, they
Yeah.
all got to go. Ed Woodward is finally out officially.
Oh yeah. Well, that's
Yeah,
positive.
so much for leaving by December 31st, but better late than never, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny you mentioned the Glazers. It's off topic, different football, but in Tom Brady's retirement post, he was like, "Thank you, Glazers. You guys are the best." I was like, "Damn, I wonder if he knows what's going on the other side."
No, it doesn't.
Glazer.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Everybody lives in their own world.
I mean, Kroenke's the owner of the LA Rams, and they're the fucking Super Bowl final.
Yeah.
The Rams fans are probably like, "Yes, I
Yeah.
love Kroenke."
And we're all like
Like, oh,
fucking
little
miserable
Gigi
on the
now.
other side.
Bitch, sell.
For real. But oh man, ownerships. Oh, once you get in bed with Capital Ventures, this is what happens. Sorry, venture capitalist. So United, no incomings. You guys desperately needed a CDM.
No,
I think.
I mean,
we're all
if
agree with
you were
that.
trying to spin this, I guess the only positive is we did thin out the squad a little bit. Ralph has already come out and said that he likes having a tighter squad. So now hopefully we'll be able to see a more consistent lineup. So now he'll have less options to have to worry about. So that hopefully we can just have a starting 11 and just run with it.
Yeah, I mean, the top four race is on. It is on for at least I'd say 4 or 5 clubs at this point in time. So consistency is going to be key. And to your point, when you have less players to choose from, you're going to find the best 11 that eventually works, right? So we'll see what happens with that. Overall reaction to the window, 1 out of 5.
-1.
-1. Damn.
2.
I mean, 1, nothing. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Marco?
1.5.
Marco's just chilling here the whole time, bro.
1.5.
You love those decimals.
Really? Yeah. Let me make it a little different.
Oh shit! All right, so next, now this is a long list here, man. Jeez, Bruno Guimaraes, Trippier, Dan Burn, Chris Wood, Target, Newcastle. They just saved themselves from the relegation battle.
He did.
100%. Yeah. Did you guys see the Guimaraes video?
Little shade at Arsenal.
At Edu specifically.
Yeah, what is? I didn't.
Because Edu is he's Brazilian, and like he's been on his radar for a long time apparently. And on the video it said Edu's top target, so it's definitely shade thrown at Arsenal.
Were you like kind of disappointed?
I overall, yes, I would say I was overall disappointed because I was excited to see him play for Arsenal. But I don't think he was what we needed this window. I mean, at the end of the day, we didn't get anything we needed this window, but am I upset? Yeah. Could we have gotten him? 100%. So to me, it shows that there's somebody else we're looking for. So that's why I'm holding my reservations down for now. But yeah, man, Bruno Guimaraes, 40. What was that?
40 mil.
40 mil. I mean, let me pull up. I want to see how much they spent this window.
13 calculator. 13 on Dan Burn.
Sorry. Give me 2 seconds. Go. I had 13.
40 on
40.
Bruno. 25 on Wood.
35.
15 on Trippier.
15. 930 mil.
930 mil.
I mean,
Is that
I did all that.
93 mil.
93 mil.
Oh, yeah. 933 mil. Sorry.
They probably could spend 90 on.
They probably could.
What the fuck was that? Good thing I'm not back anymore. Yeah, 93 mil, bro. Holy shit. That is a busy window for them. Expected with the new ownership, a new manager, a fresh new window. I would say this is expected from them. Yeah, it's January, so nobody really expects a lot of movement to happen because it's the middle of the season. But when you have a new manager and a new ownership like that, this is a whole new ball game, guys. We've never seen anything like this before. So I'm not surprised, honestly, as far as the signings coming in. What's your overall reaction to the signings? How excited are you to see them get out of the relegation battle because they're getting out of it now?
They definitely will get out of it. They definitely will. But I think this is a great winner, like 5 out of 5 for me, just because if you look at 4 out of those 5 signings, they're defensive signings, right? Newcastle for the past years have been horrific at the back. Center backs, left backs, right backs, everywhere. They get a right back in Kieran Trippier, left back in Matt Target, left back and center back in Dan Burn, who will be a threat on set pieces, man. But it's a great chance to win for Newcastle. Just addressing that back line, and I even mentioned this, adding a top DM, he can play box to box DM and Bruno Guimaraes, sitting in front of that back four, adding that stability. That's a 5 out of 5 window for me, man. To be honest,
I'd agree with you on that, man. Anything do you guys?
I just can't wait to see how this entire squad fits. Because at the end of the day, you can buy whoever the hell you want if there's no chemistry.
Yeah,
If there's no chemistry on the pitch,
agreed, 100%
So,
agreed.
we'll see.
I'm still hoping I see them in the championship next year. I'm still rooting for that 100%. But I mean, it's kind of hard not
Yeah,
to
it's hard
see
not
what
to,
Nick's
yeah.
saying right now because it's quality players. Like that's why I have United over Arsenal because you just have just better experienced players. Better experienced players in Newcastle are gonna get them out of relegation battle, in my opinion. So yeah, I think they won the window this window. So 5 out of 5 for me. 5 out of 5 for you. Agreed. Cool.
Sure.
All right.
4.9.
Yo, what are your what are your what are your reservations?
I don't know.
What's up your butt?
Yo, that's Marcus' segment with it. What's up your butt, man?
I mean, everybody gave him 5. I was close, 4.9. What's your butt?
I don't know. I still don't think no one's perfect. So I just because of that.
Okay,
Let's
all
keep
right.
it 4. 4.5. Why not?
You're hoping for the relegation. I
Yeah.
agree with you on that. All right, so let's take it to the. I mean, look. I want to say they're bad signs. It's funny how everything turned out for Spurs, but they managed to get Betancourt, who I think is a good. I
He's
said
decent.
that. I told you before, like
He's decent.
caught me off guard how
He's
good
decent.
he is.
He's decent.
And
And then funny enough, he scored without inside.
All right, let me get a little bit closer. Sorry,
There you go.
Kulusevski. Had to get a little bit closer.
But yeah, funny enough, Betancourt also scored inside the first couple minutes in the for Uruguay against Venezuela. Funny enough too. But I mean, I always saw him as just decent. He's not bad, but he's not the greatest. But he'll be good.
Well, like you said, he's decent. He was also not Spurs' main target. Their main target was Luis Diaz, and I just read a report. I don't know how accurate this is, but apparently there was Luis Diaz's name all over the contract that was meant for Betancourt. So meaning they just hit that quick Control F on the document and just but Luis Diaz to Betancourt and missed a whole bunch of spots there. But yeah, I mean, look, at the end of the day, they got rid of Dele Alli.
Just wait it out later.
Just what?
yeah, just wait it out for real. But I mean, I think they're quality signings to the midfield that we know is probably a very weak area for them.
I mean,
at the
we spoke about it the last time when you asked who we thought they should get, and we almost agreed on literally everybody they need to get. So they made some steps. We'll see.
Overall reaction to their signings. I don't know much.
Well, I'm gonna be biased because I'm Uruguayan, so I'm just annoyed that now I have to be a little more, not even a little. I have to be invested in a Spurs game now, just to watch them play. So that's very frustrating.
he's not good, dude.
I said he's not the greatest and he's not the worst. We'll see.
We want to improve them.
I think he had like a good spell in the Copa America. If not, was that when he kind of like made a good name for himself?
He was kind of like highly rated 2018, 2019 for Juve because he was getting a lot of games.
He was the starter.
But ever since then, he kind of just fallen out the side.
I mean, for our chances at a World Cup, I hope Conte improves him and unlocks him in some capacity, so that he
Whoa.
carries that on an
What
international
position does
level.
he play?
He's midfield.
What do you
we'll
give him?
see, We'll see.
What do you give the whole trade?
For Spurs,
A 3.
3.
4.5. You know why? Because they're making money off of this bitch. You know how many Uruguayans are gonna buy T-shirts for Spurs now?
Not,
You are one
Who
of
the
them.
hell-
Who the hell wants
Honestly,
to buy a Bentancur jersey?
I don't want to buy. I don't want to buy. I
They're
don't
all
want
gonna
to
buy
buy.
Suarez. They're all gonna buy Suarez at Atletico
Exactly,
Madrid. So
exactly.
I don't want to buy a Spurs jersey. Period. So no, I'm not buying his jersey.
All right. So
No,
overall
I'm not.
reaction, Jeff, 3,
3.
4.5. We'll take that one. But-
Real quick, I know a little bit about Kulusevski. I know
Oh,
he
yeah,
plays
go ahead.
on the right. Isn't the most explosive player. I believe before Juve he was at Parma. He actually had really good numbers for Parma, but ever since he got his move to Juve, he kind of just fallen out the size. I believe he has 1 or 2 goals this season. Yep. But the only positive, I'm a Spurs fan, I'm looking at the signing, especially just because Spurs didn't get Luis Diaz, so they opted for Kulusevski.
Didn't get Traore either.
I'll get to that. The only positive, I think if he does work out and he does get on form, he can get the best out a little bit out of Harry Kane and Heung-min Son, just because he's more of a technical player. He likes to come to the ball. He likes getting the ball at his feet, picking out a pass, just because I feel like ever since Christian Eriksen left in 2020, Spurs have never had like that final third player who can really pick out the pass. Since Christian Eriksen left, and I feel like with Kulusevski he can. I don't watch much about him, but I do know a little bit about him to know what kind of player he is. And if he does get on form, it'll be interesting to watch, just because I want to know what he can get out of Harry Kane and Heung-min Son. Yeah. But again, I want to mention again, if I'm a Spurs fan, dude, I feel like this is a missed opportunity window. Like Spurs got their plan B targets, and I know, like for Liverpool, for example, the Klopp's first choice wasn't Salah, it was Julian Brandt. Klopp's first choice wasn't Sadio Mane, it was Mario Götze. There's so many like countless others. But with Tottenham, they missed the opportunity to get Traore, to get Luis Diaz, to get other midfield targets that'll improve them better. And I know it's just like it's decent incomings, but it's just not good enough in my opinion to actually take them to the next level. Like Bentancur isn't gonna take Spurs to the next level. Like Traore for 20 mil, I think he can. For 20 mil flat as a wing back, I think he can. So I think it's a missed opportunity to really capitalize on Antonio Conte's
vision.
Exactly.
Do you now the counter argument to this, I guess, would be, do you even sign these players that they brought in then, and just save for the next window?
What do you mean?
So the reason why I asked this question is because a few minutes ago I looked at my phone. Apparently, I just read that Arteta got handed $184 million for the next window. That's a lot of fucking money. And I'm guessing that's because we didn't spend anything this window. So, if you're Conte, do you just ride out what you have and not sign these players and just go big next window?
But there's a problem there. Is if you don't sign them now, what guarantees you that you're gonna have that European competition next season, that players are gonna want to come in.
That's a risk.
Play.
That's a risk.
If they have to do now because they're like, okay, you can help us get to that for next season, but without them coming now, nobody can guarantee us that they're gonna be able to make it next.
But the thing about what Nick said, and I agree with you, and that's kind of like the boat that we're sitting in as Arsenal fans. But what Nick said is that these signings aren't making them better. Yeah, it's just, if anything, it's just coasting them.
Right? I think like they should have pushed for the better signings.
So that's what I'm saying. Do you not sign these players?
I would have never signed them.
I wouldn't. Honestly, I wouldn't have signed these players. Like they signed, I think it was Kulusevski for 30 mil, loan if they buy him, because I think he's on loan right now. Or just opted out to go all out for Luis Diaz.
More loans. At least a season.
Yeah.
If they flop, but whatever, they're loans. They're leaving. Oh. But if they're good, then I'll try to buy them later.
And they just need to capitalize on Antonio Conte, because if they don't, it'll be like
back him. You just gotta back him. You just gotta back him 100%. If not, his plan won't work.
Right, exactly. In 2 years' time, if it doesn't work out like you just said, Tottenham would look back at it like, yeah, we fucked
waste
up.
of time. So, yeah. So overall rating on this window for them?
2.
2, 3, 2. I'm gonna give it a 2 because of their outgoings. They're just shitty. The Dele Alli contract is funny to me. And the Betancourt thing is fucking hilarious.
Such a Spurs thing.
For real, we've gone completely way longer than I think. How long? Actually, how long is it right now?
Like almost an hour, a little bit more than an hour.
Okay. I do want to talk about obviously other teams across Europe, mainly Barcelona. Obviously, they got Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang,
Yeah.
Adama Traore,
5, 11.
Ferran Torres.
Ferran Torres. I forgot that he signed
Yeah,
him.
he was
That was
early.
early. That was early.
Yeah. Let's see. Anybody else that they bring in?
The
Dembele
Oh,
stayed.
there's a lot of things to talk on that. Oh, damn, it's so
They
much
have
more
like
to get
50
into.
million attacking options. Like they can pick.
What's interesting is they went from a club who couldn't afford their players, and now all of a sudden they buy all these other players. Like, what happened?
Poor management, dude. They
What the
don't
hell
they didn't
happened?
learn. They didn't learn from their mistakes.
I mean, they didn't
Obama
get it.
got a fucking cut out of his
Well,
salary.
yes.
And
So
did Traore.
so Nick said earlier. Go ahead. You're saying about Barca's business.
So yeah, with Adama Traore, I believe he was offered 100 grand a week to play for Tottenham. Instead, he opted out, went to go Barcelona on a season-long loan. I think he's getting paid 15K a week now.
15.
15. So, like I said, like I think it's good business from Barca. Like I don't know,
Yeah.
Traore like probably doesn't fit Xavi's system. Maybe Aubameyang doesn't, but for like a short-term loan for these like pretty quality players to come in and actually try to do a job, and you're not even paying them that much out of your own pocket, like it's a good business in my opinion.
I actually wholeheartedly agree with you because now before I was kind of like, nah, does Aubameyang fit the system because he doesn't fit tiki taka with, and that's Xavi. Xavi's Barcelona tiki taka bred him through and through.
Well, I mean, there was.
But
I'm sure you guys saw it too, but there was also a tweet floating around, or a comment floating around that Xavi said, I think in 2020, something about
He doesn't-
Aubameyang not fitting the Barcelona system,
Correct.
and now he just bought him.
So
I think he wanted to buy him. I think it was just like we need something. This guy is not fitting in his own team. Let's grab
So
him.
now I don't watch as much La Liga as I used to, but is Depay not cutting it?
no,
He can't do it by himself. That's a problem.
he's not kind of.
He's
missing
Fati is
opportunities.
injured. I think he's out for like 3 months.
Nick said good business. Not only is it good business, but I think it's good management. If these are Xavi signings, I had to take a backseat because I was like, oh, this is ridiculous. Why are they signing Aubameyang? Why are they signing these players? Keeping Dembele is a fucking joke. Like, this is bad management. Is it really, though? They're in turmoil right now. They're battling to get back in the Champions League. They just signed elite players. As long as they can get them back into Champions League and get rid of them next season, that's a win.
I like to me it's funny the drama behind it all.
It's
It's hilarious. Like the last minute at Traore, like oh my god, he came in, he's barely gonna get pennies off of his fucking salary. Obama in last second, 2 minutes before the deadline closes, that's when the whole thing signed.
He shows up to Barcelona, pulls the what's his
Yeah.
name?
The whole Dembele thing. If you don't have a place here, you're not gonna play next season.
No, they told him to leave.
They told him to leave. Like they literally said, "Don't. You're not gonna play next season."
Yeah. He's
the
fucking them.
upcoming season.
He's literally fucking Barcelona
Because
right now by staying there.
He knows that if he plays, cool, but he knows that his position at PSG next season is basically guaranteed.
The thing is that with Dembele is in a great position right now because if he were to leave right now, obviously the team that are going in for him have to pay the transfer fee. If he waits, he's going for free.
He's
getting paid
He's injury
out the
prone.
ass.
Yeah, he's injury prone. He knows that there's a possibility that he will play, even though Xavi at the beginnings came out and said if I'm paying him, he's playing. But then like 10 seconds later, he was like, no, he's not gonna play at all. He's gonna play at least one game. He's definitely gonna play.
Yeah.
And he saves himself for PSG, which is his next team,
Oh.
because we know that Mbappe's leaving.
Oh, and Mbappe going to Real Madrid for how much?
It's 100 something.
Well, not
But it's not
no
confirmed yet.
transfer fee, but like 60 million a year.
But it's not confirmed. They're not gonna do anything until the
It's gonna happen.
match. No, they're waiting for PSG Real Madrid matches to pass, and then they'll confirm it.
Yeah. Well, you heard it here first. It happened.
I don't like Dieguito says I don't trust that they're gonna move until I see
Until
them with
there's a
the
shirt.
shirt on.
Yeah.
You never know what happens, right? So
I mean, Aubameyang was never supposed to go to Barcelona. He was Real Madrid fan. His Spanish family, they're all Madridistas. and they wanted him to play for Real Madrid. And now that he's at Barcelona, they're like, well, I guess we're both.
Yeah, I saw. Yo,
I'm like,
all my
what the
fans
fuck?
they're happy that I'm playing for Barcelona. And I'm like, oh, I guess we're Barcelona fans. Nah, no idea.
Just need a little more.
Yeah, but yeah, man. I think this was more of a get short-term window for them. Get them signs to get them out of this turmoil that they're in, and then next window is we're gonna see hopefully well, not hopefully, but ideally you would see some proper investments.
I think there's gonna be more drama next transfer because now they're gonna have to figure out where the fuck they're gonna get these money and who is really gonna come in because what players out there really want to come to a team that's kind of broken?
It's Barcelona.
It's still Barcelona.
It's Barcelona, man.
But will they take a hit like Aubameyang? Yeah. Aubameyang took it because he's on his way out.
What?
He's older.
Well, you telling me you wouldn't want to just get paid $1 million just by sitting in the back seat?
Are they getting paid? Well, I mean, yes, they are getting paid millions, but they are barely getting paid.
No, I'm talking about Aubameyang. You said that he left.
He made the move because this is his last chance to do it. Of course, he's gonna take it. If I were him, I'm not gonna lie, I'll do it too. I hate Barcelona, but fuck it, it's my last chance.
No, I mean, if I were him, I just send Arsenal right away and collect fucking bank. But
he wanted
it's
to move
Barcelona.
It's a name. So I see, but the thing is that these are also older players or in loan.
Has a legacy, man.
So there's gonna be the players that are young that are gonna be like, all right, yes, it's Barcelona, but the wages are also not there. Like I'm not gonna go to Barcelona knowing that Man City, Man United, or Liverpool might pay me more, and I still have maybe the same advantages as going to them because Barcelona no longer is that big name anymore. Neither is Real Madrid.
They are.
I disagree.
They are. I think that everybody is growing to an extent that
maybe not financially, maybe not Madrid, but I'd say Madrid are still financially a powerhouse.
Oh yeah.
But Barcelona maybe not financially, but
the name
reputable.
is still there. But I also, again, they're all growing. All these teams are getting internationally more known, and I think now players are actually considering maybe not going to one or the other because Man City's exist, because Liverpool's exist, because not recently, but United exists.
You're all right, and this is a whole other conversation we can have.
This is right off a topic.
No, but what I'm saying is like you're saying that they don't want to go to Barca because
I'm not saying they
finances.
don't want to, but I'm saying that
you're saying
know that they might get the same advantages going somewhere else.
So I guess
and get paid for it because Barcelona they might not be able to get that.
So you're valuing money over your club that you support. They want to play for it. So
that makes sense. Yeah.
Let me ask you this: You're going through the ranks, right? You're about to go into a professional team. You have I don't know. Let me give you an example. Fucking AC Milan that are offering you $100K a week. Mm-hmm. You have Real Madrid.
You see, there's a difference there.
How's there a difference?
Because I'm a fan of one.
Okay, so what about these kids?
Not every player,
Why not?
Because they might have that option, but they're not a fan of either one.
But there's other people like you that are fans.
I take it. I mean,
you would take the hit.
Take the hit.
You would take the hit, just like these players. If you're getting paid $1 million here, or
I think we had this conversation already.
Yes, we have, and I think that's I see where your point is that Barcelona they're in turmoil right now. I think they're gonna be the AC Milan that we saw recently. We've said it plenty of times, but it's still people still go to AC Milan. People still go to Barcelona's because it's roots. It's ingrained. It's in them. Like it's. If you're from that area, you're a Barcelonista. That's it. It's
South
it's
Americans
exist.
as well.
It's gonna exactly. It's gonna exist forever. The only way I see players not going there is if this club goes on below. That's it. But no, I think we can agree to disagree. Yeah.
I mean, there's you see my point. I see your point.
Yes, 100%. I think the players that are in it for the money will go somewhere else. That's pretty much what it comes down to. Barcelona, anything overall rating for the window? I give it a 4.
I give it a 4 as well.
Yeah, 3.5.
Stop taking my shit away. I'll give it a 3.
3? That's fair. All right. Anybody else you guys want to mention real quick?
Was there any other transfers?
Any other big transfer? Well, I mean, not about that, but he's back at it. Oh yeah. So yes.
Away from the challenge.
No. It's
staying in his comfort zone, like all Serie A players do.
Look. I think I'm happy that Arsenal made the push for him because it showed that they were backing him. Arteta at least. Am I upset? I was probably 95% sure we were gonna get him because I just like the money was there, the salary was there, Vlahovic. Everything was there. But the player never, ever wanted to go to Arsenal.
Do you blame him?
I don't, man. Thank you for actually I forgot. I forgot about a perfect example. He got offered boatload of money. We could blow Juventus out of the water with salary. That's known fact. He didn't care about the money. He is, and apparently according to a lot of like Serie A fans, he's gonna be one of the best talents in the world right now.
He broke Ronaldo's record last season, I think, some like goals. But yeah,
And he's not in it for the money. He wanted Juventus, and Juventus aren't like the best either right now.
No, struggling.
So am I upset? I'm upset that we didn't acquire him. Do I blame him? No. He's a Juventus fan. He went to the club he always wanted to go to. I think Juventus. Running away from a challenge. I don't know, man. Is it running away? I mean, he's going to a Champions League team, so we're gonna see him perform. I would love to see him perform in the Premier League. Maybe we'll see them move, 3-4 years from now, 5 years from now. But he's what 25 right now, I think.
I don't know, but
Something like that.
I know he's not U21, but
He's not that
he's
young.
young. He's young.
Yeah, he's young, but he's not like
Yeah.
ridiculously young. While Marco pulls it up, but running from a challenge. In a way, yes, because we all know how competitive the Premier League is. Because we watch it day in and day out. But nah, I don't blame him, man. I don't blame him. I'm heartbroken. Trust me, I'm very upset because after we were linked to him, I fell into the rabbit hole of looking at all his stuff, and I was excited.
Yep.
But I said it before. If you're gonna go with your boyhood club, and he went with his boyhood club, so no, not upset, just heartbroken. Any other signings you guys want to bring up? Any other top news? No, nothing.
No.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
I think that was a great episode, man. We definitely got into it.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, that's it. All right, cool. So that's today's episode. If you want to come share your voice on any transfers that we did miss, or any upcoming fixtures, we have spots for you on the bench. Hope you enjoyed the new layout. If you're listening, hope you enjoyed the content we put out for you guys. Leave a subscribe, a like, all that good stuff. We really appreciate it all. And as always, we are the Benchwarmers, the bench of the voice, where the bench is always warm. Peace, everybody.